Welcome back, everyone. It is April 19th, 2020. I am Jerry Hall, and here are my thoughts from Costa Rica. Quick look at the market sees really no change. I mean, we're inching up. I don't have an issue with that. Quick peek at gold, continuing to take a little bit of a slide. Never great. You would think gold would be acting very positively in these market conditions. However, time will tell. We're in uncharted waters. How about this? I saw this tweet Chris Larson posted on the 16th of April that he, along with Ripple, are donating 5 million actual dollars to Bay Area organizations. Keep in mind, Ripple is located in San Francisco, and they're helping organizations that are close to home. Bravo, Chris. This continues to reinforce my belief that Ripple really, as a company, as a leadership team, is best in class. Remember, as well as money, value will flow to value. Capital flows to value. These are top-notch people. I cannot see them losing. It's really that simple. This last week, I've mentioned several times about your representation. Each democratic country has its own version of what these representatives are called. Here in the United States, in the state level, you have senators and representatives. And on the federal level, you have senators and representatives. Well, most bills are created by the House, which are congressmen. And if they pass the House, then they go to the Senate and then on to the president. Well, my representative, Mr. Mike Thompson in California, he posted this on Twitter, and I replied, Mr. Thompson, I voted for you. I've supported you on many issues. When will you stand up and support me, the small business owner who can't participate in the economy because I have to stay at home? SBA loans being misrepresented, being late, yet the stock market gets its fill. I continue. It's time for you to stand up for me, or I and others will make sure you are not our representation next term. Will this do anything? Probably not. If a million of us did it, you can bet flags are going to go up. In the end, it's the citizenry that decides who represents them. Who we have in office is a direct reflection of ballots that get tabulated. If you don't like the way you're being represented, do something about it. Get involved. The days of letting other people decide your fate hopefully will come to an end, and we the people will be in charge once again. I know those are lofty words. More on that to be continued. I really wanted to talk about the markets. I wanted to talk about my education through this process. And one of the things that I found extremely valuable in forming opinions and really my view, my world view on the economy, on digital assets, etc., is through absorbing information. And one of the just absolute gems in this space is Sam I Am. Now, he and I don't share all the same political views, but there is a rationale to the way Sam approaches how he delivers content. It's obvious in the fact that Sam, this whole time, is really at his core trying to help people. He is not trying to further a specific political agenda. And that I really appreciate. I wanted to draw your attention to this specific Sam I Am video he did on his To the Lifeboats YouTube channel, and it's about sudden wealth syndrome. Now, there are various YouTube videos put out on sudden wealth syndrome. And why does that matter, Jerry? The market XRP is at 19 cents. ETH is where it's at. Bitcoin 7,000. Yeah, what's the big deal? There's only 200 billion in the thing. Well, that will change. If you've got money in this game, if you've got skin in the game, you have to believe it's going to change. If you are not prepared to deal with the windfall of profits that are going to come from your investment, you most likely will squander it. And how many opportunities are you going to have in your life to capitalize on the sheer enormity of profits that can be generated from your investment? That's the question you have to ask yourself. So consuming this kind of content is very valuable. I thought it was so valuable that I teamed up with Cryptopolis to create an entire series called Beyond Moon, where we started off talking about preparation, which is really about sudden wealth syndrome, ways to prepare, to start framing your thought. We go into, there's a whole episode on goals and structuring goals that are real, as opposed to, man, when this thing hits 500, I'm Lambo. All right. Well, I mean, you're allowed to have Moon Lambo dreams. I would just caution you to have Lexus thinking on the other side of that pendulum. In episode 3, I go into my exit plan where I break down in tremendous detail the forward thinking I put into the way I'm going to exit the digital asset space to create an ongoing revenue stream without eroding my principal capital. Matter of fact, there's an element in this plan that the capital will increase over time. We go into using compound interest calculators to help in creating strategies and plans. Episode 4 is about value. Episode 5, I have a great interview with a crypto tax guy. We talk about tax strategies for dealing and preserving wealth. And lastly, I will put in my interview with a wealth manager. This is a fiduciary from Creative Planning. His name is Darren. And it was really meant as a way to help you. If you have never had to interview professionals to get on your team, this is one example. I've decided in conversation with Cryptopolis a couple weeks back, we're just not getting the traction on Coil. I will continue to have this content on Coil, but I'm going to also open it up to my personal YouTube channel. There'll be a whole playlist. I think it's going to be called Crypto Wealth Series. And it'll be a playlist on my channel. Yeah, Crypto Wealth Series. It'll be a playlist on the channel where all 6 videos will go and any new further installments. Lastly, I want to take you and highlight this particular YouTuber. This is Nick Black. He's a contributor on the chain with me over there, putting out great stuff. Nick really has a very solid financial background, understanding markets, understanding the way the economy works. And we started messing around doing a live stream. We're looking at doing a daily live stream, 11 o'clock Pacific time, which would be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's really going to be a conversation between Nick and I and the audience from a number of platforms: Twitch, Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, where we can all learn together, where we can increase our financial IQ together so that we all benefit. Knowledge is power. That's always been the name of the game. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Pura Vida.